Hey guys, thanks for stopping by and checking out this video today. I'm really excited that I was able to film. I haven't actually filmed anything for YouTube, my account, in like over a couple months I think now. I just kind of needed a break. Work was really busy, and then on top of it I wasn't really enjoying the whole YouTube side of what I was doing with my makeup journey, I guess. It just kind of was feeling a little bit more like work than it was fun. So I decided to take that step back, but I am taking, I guess, that step back forward now with this first holiday look that I'm doing. I think I'm gonna call it like golden cranberry, something along that. I'm hoping this jumpstarts my holiday cheer, because right now it's like a beautiful like sunny day here in Toronto. There's no snow, there's no Christmas decorations, so I'm not feeling very holiday cheerful. So I thought, why don't I slap some makeup on my face that reminds me of Christmas, and we'll see if I can like turn myself around. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. I've used some stuff from some Ipsy bags that I haven't used before, and I've used some like old favorites like my Morphe 350 palette. So I hope that you guys like the video. Please let me know what you think below, and jump over to my Instagram account if you want. You can follow me there. You can see the looks that I've done in the last month or so, and then you can also follow me and see what I do in the future. So yeah, like I said, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video and that you like and subscribe. Thanks guys, bye. Hey guys, so today I'm going to start with my brows. I'm going to use this NYX pencil, and it's the eyebrow shaper. It's clear, no pigment. It just helps hold your brows in the shape that you put them, and then helps any product stick to them. And then I just brush them out with a spoolie. I'm going to go in with two different dip brows today. They are in taupe and in soft brown. Taupe I applied to my inner eye, and then soft brown to my outer eye. I just find having the two different shades makes kind of more of a natural look. I just use this must-have angled brush from Sephora, and I just use short strokes, and then once I've filled them all in, I just brush them out with a standard spoolie. Then I go in and I clean them up with a really thin Q-tip that I actually love these things so much. They're great. And then I'm going to clean them up further with just a little bit of foundation. I'm just going to kind of sculpt them out a bit and clean up any other further lines. So just outlining my whole brows in that foundation. Next up, I'm going to start my eyes, and I'm going to use this Essence I Love Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Base. It's just a neutral shade that I'm going to apply all over my lid, kind of up to my brow there, and it's going to help cover all of those veins that I have there, and then just make a nice soft base. I'm going to go in with this very neutral shade, and this again is just going to help set that so that it's not tacky. Then I'm going to actually start my eyeshadow. So I'm going to go with a fluffy brush and use that light burnt shade, and I'm going to apply that all over the lid, in the crease, and up, and just use this as my transition color. So just making sure that that is blended and it's all over, just kind of help make sure everything seamlessly transitions together. Next, I'm going to go in with this deeper burgundy shade, and I'm going to concentrate that more into the crease and only bring that slightly up on the upper lid, and then down, concentrated on the outer edge of the eyelid there, just to kind of help emphasize that area. And again, just making sure that that's well blended and it transitions nicely over the eye. Next up is this Meet Matte Timothy shade, and it was a single shade from an Ipsy bag. You can tell it's a very nice, deep, kind of reddy, purpley shade, and I'm going to use kind of a flat, fluffy brush, and I'm going to put that on the outer edge of my eyelid. And then I'm going to go in, once I've applied that with that brush, and I'm going to blend that into the crease so that, again, it transitions nice and smoothly. Next up, I'm going to go in with this cream eyeshadow. It's in the shade Rose Gold by Starlux. You can see on the back of my hand there, it is really, really pretty. I did like using it. So I'm going to apply that to the inner corner of my eye and drag that out about 1/3 to 1/2 of the way with that flat brush, just to make sure that it's nicely blended. If you do get carried away like I did on that eye there, I just went back in with that single shadow over top and just kind of cleaned it up so that the highlight was equidistant for both eyes. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to use this Pure Cosmetics eye polish in the shade Cashmere. I decided to just overlay this because I wasn't getting quite the color payoff that I wanted with this Starlook shade, and then I found that these two mixed together just gave really like a satiny look that I really liked. Then I go in with my fingers and I'm using the warmth from my fingers to kind of blend those two cream shadows together, and I found that that worked really well, as you can see. Then I'm going to go in with this clay pot liner from Tarte Cosmetics, and again, that must-have angled liner brush. It's a new one, so that's why I don't have to clean the two between my brows and my liner. And I'm just going to create my eyeliner. So I just kind of make my flick of my wing, and I'm just going to fill this in and drag it towards the whole edge of my lash line. Next, I'm just going to clean up any mistakes I made with some makeup remover and one of those skinny Q-tips. Just usually along that liner line I find is where I need it. Next, I'm going to move on to my face, and I'm using the Nivea Men's Shave Balm as my primer that goes all over my face, and then the NYX Soft Focus just to fill in any of those large pore areas, and for me, that's on either side of my nose. Just patting that product in to fill those spots. Then I'm going to mix these two foundations, one's from Sephora, one's from Maybelline. I find they mixed well, and those two colors just gave me the perfect shade for me. Then I'm just going to dot that all over my face with my fingers and blend that in using a Morphe sponge I received in my Morphe brush bag. So just making sure that's well blended all over my face. I do pick up a little bit more product and go over any problem areas, so like my chin and my cheeks. Then I'm going to go in with concealer, and that's just a Makeup Forever concealer in the shade R22, and it's their Ultra HD Invisible Cover Concealer. So I apply that just to that spot I have on my chin, under my eyes, and then the bridge of my nose. And again, I just blend it out with that makeup sponge from Morphe. Next, I'm going to set just my under eye, and I'm going to use the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder in Translucent. Then I'm going to use a cream contour, so that's why I just set under my eyes. I'm using the shade 178Y535, and I'm going to just use a little brush just to apply that in the areas that I do want to contour, and then just a kabuki brush just to blend that out in those areas. So along my forehead, because I do have a large forehead, and then from my cheeks and on my chin. You'll see me cleaning up with more of that translucent powder just along that line where I contoured. Then I'm just going to go in with a little bit of Hoola bronzer just to kind of give me a little bit more warmth along my face. So along my forehead again, my cheeks, and then under my chin there. Then I'm just brushing off that extra translucent setting powder and cleaning it up. Then I'm going to go in with one of my favorite highlights, and this is Opal by Becca Cosmetics. I'm just using a Morphe blush here to apply that to the high points. Like, isn't that beautiful? Honestly, I can't even get over it. So applying that to the tops of my cheeks, a little bit over my brows, and the bridge of my nose. Next up is this blush, and it's by NARS, and just a hint on the apples of my cheeks. And then I'm going to pop on my favorite lashes. These are Kiss Me Lashes in number 11. I do it off camera because I cannot line myself up properly. Then with the lips, it's a little bit tricky. I go in with this shade, it's a Melted Matte by Too Faced, and then I actually went in and added on top of it another one of their melted shades, just dots of it, because I thought I wanted a little bit pinkier of a color, but I ended up, once I had really looked at my makeup, I didn't really like it. So I went back to that single shade when I was done, just so you know. Then I'm just going to go back in and smoke out my under eye using that liner brush, kind of the dark shadow at the top there. And then I'm actually going to buff that out with that one burgundy shade I used from this palette here. So just using another little pencil tip brush just to kind of buff that color out along the bottom. Then I'm going to grab a nude liner. It's by Sephora, and that's what I'm going to use on my waterline. Then I'm just going to pop on a little bit of Roller Lash by Benefit on my lower lash line. And that's the entire look. I hope that you guys like it, and then remember too that I did change my lip color. Please let me know what you think below. I would love to hear it. And hop on over to my Instagram account. You can check out more looks from there, and then things that I'm about to do or that I've done. Please make sure that you like and subscribe, and again, let me know what you think below. Thanks guys!